Hello, 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 and welcome to another Win Daily Sports Show. My name is Michael Raziel. I got my man Ghost here with me. We're breaking down this fast, this meaty, this incredible NBA slate for this Taco Tuesday. Yeah. How's my LeBron, Ghost? How was that?
That was pretty good.
Thanks,
Pretty good, I gotta say. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm fired up. Absolutely nice slate too. We got some good matchups. It's a good
Yes,
one.
it's going to be fun. A lot of high-scoring games, which I'm very excited about. We have the Nets in there, which is always fun, so we know where our friend Tulok is looking to lock in. What's up? Did you hear what I just said, Ghost? Did you hear that?
Yeah, of course. It's every tweet.
It is every tweet. I pretty much put it in every single one.
Get ready to lock
Yeah.
in with Tulok or whatever.
Yeah.
I know there's too many locks in there, but
Honestly, I laugh at it every single time I type it, so it has been an absolute blast. But of course, make sure to go to windailysports.com/chat. Get 7 free days in our expert Discord chat. Nice /. There, Ghost.
I even have the BMS hoodie on today. So
damn, dude, look at you. I'm just wearing red. I don't know. That's really all I got. But windailysports.com/chat. 7 free days in the expert Discord chat where you can ask us all the questions you want, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help. We're here to help you make money. Please smash the hell out of that like button if you have not already, and get in the chat. Start asking us questions. Yesterday was an 8 o'clock lock, so it's kind of a little more relaxed. Today, 7 o'clock, we're here with you for the next 30 minutes. Let's get this show on the road. So, get on up. Thanks, Dre. I appreciate you. Let's start rocking with it. I think this is going to be a really interesting slate, huge slate. So there's a lot of different ways to get different, which I think is fun. Atlanta and Cleveland is the first game that I'm looking at. Atlanta favored by 8, over under of 228. So, I mean, that's a nice total. Like most of the games here outside of this Orlando Magic Detroit game, the totals are awesome. So very excited to see what this one does. How are you looking at this game? Trae Young going up against Colin Sexton. Neither of them likes to play defense. They both only like to play offense. This is a weird spot, right?
yeah, kind of crossing it off my list.
Aww.
I don't know. There's too many. It's not that this isn't a good spot. It's that there's better ones that are on the slate. If you are playing this one, don't overlook Jared Allen either. He's actually been getting back to his offensive ways there, and he's been playing some pretty good ball as of late. So tough matchup against Clint Capella, but he's going to be out there. So that's exactly what matters. Chetty Osman, if we pull up his last game, this was so frustrating because I had his 22.5 PRA. This guy went 0 for 8 from deep. And when I say they were wide open, like there was nobody in the same vicinity as him. So like, even if he just knocks down half of those, he's probably hitting 40 to 45 DK. And at 5,500, it's still underpriced. Both him and Sadiq Bey are still pretty underpriced for. Are they the best plays? Absolutely not. But for the amount of volume that these guys are going to get on some very thin rotations, they are certainly in my player pool. That's for sure.
That is what we like to see, but not super interested in that game. I can't see you being super interested in this Detroit Orlando game either. If the Atlanta Cleveland game doesn't do it for you, Detroit is away. It's in Orlando. Magic are favored by 4. Over under is 210. I think last night when Mitchell and I did the preview podcast, it was like 208. So I mean, in today's NBA, my God, that is such a low number. Vooch, that's kind of cool. Anything from this game? Though? He's like 10-2 though, so his price is already too high. I know you said Sadiq Bey, maybe. Like, I don't know.
The price is too high for Vooch right now, at least in this particular game environment. I can't get there. Sadiq Bey would be my player pool, but I'm also probably locking in Saben Lee as well at 3,200. He's one of the top plays in the model throughout the day. So Wayne Ellington is out. So yes, it's not exactly the biggest name in NBA DFS, but it's already a thin rotation, and now you have one guy that's out again. Detroit has already committed to, I guess we could call it a youth movement. In reality, their roster just sucks. So they're not playing any of these veterans, right? They're not playing Blake Griffin anymore. They're not, Wayne Ellington's going to sit whenever he can, any of these guys. So look for Saben Lee, look for DSJ. I know it's classic DSJ chalk, man. Like there was DSJ chalk when he was with the Knicks. It burned everybody.
Yep.
DSJ chalk when he was with the Mavs. It burned everybody. It's like, I don't know when people are going to learn, and it wouldn't surprise me today that now that no one's playing him, that he absolutely goes off. But I do like Saben Lee. DSJ would certainly be in my player pool. It's literally the exact same spot, and he went from 40% ownership to nobody playing him. I don't get that. And Svi as well is likely going to take a couple more shots, and he's 3,200. So both him and Saben Lee at 3,200 likely going to be my main value plays with a Dallas center as well.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think this Detroit team, as you said, it's always funny, right? You can just kind of spin it. So it's a youth movement when in reality they just suck. So that Blake Griffin contract is looking worse and worse and worse and worse. But here's the fun game. Sacramento and Brooklyn. Absolutely fantastic. You'll love to see it. Over under of 242. Brooklyn is 6-point favorites at home. They're back from out west where they pretty much kind of just beat up everybody, beat the Clippers, beat the Lakers, beat these Kings. I think there was another team that they won on that West Coast road trip. So they looked really good while they were out there. So I guess we'll see what the heck happens there. How are you liking this Sacramento Brooklyn game, Ghostman?
Do we have the line for this one?
Yes. Nets -6, over under 242.
I'm taking Nets on the over in this one.
Love it.
I
love it.
Even if you have it at 6.5, obviously that's fine because we don't bet for pushes. So if you see 6.5, that's fine too. If you're playing Harden and Kyrie in this one, you need to have the Aaron Fox.
Yes.
Like it's not a debate. You need to, and it makes it tough because there's a lot of value at the guard position as well. So if you're playing one of them, I wouldn't say you necessarily need Fox. You could go to Tyrese Halliburton. You could go to Buddy Hield. You can go to we could even scroll down. I'll see who else we have in the same game. We could go to Jeffries if he starts again. Glenn Robinson's out. Ideally, you would want Harrison Barnes out to play a guy like that. But you could go one of the, I don't even want to say fringe players because all these guys are starting because, again, it's just not the best basketball team in the league, right? So, but if you're playing both the big guns in Harden and Kyrie, you need to play the Aaron Fox. And I don't want to hear any of this, oh, well, they both combined for, nearly 130 DK last time. I don't care. The long-term trend, two stars hitting their ceilings in the same game when blowing out a team and neither of them playing the fourth quarter. Like, I don't even want to say that's a dime a dozen. That's a penny a dozen. And I don't even think that currency exists anymore. Like, it's like you don't do that. So, like, playing Kyrie, I got you thinking about it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking of loonies and toonies right now, honestly. That's kind of what I went to. What do they have as pennies in Canada?
Yeah, no.
So, I don't know if it's loonies and toonies or not, but I know those are words. So,
but if you're playing both of these guys, you need to play the Aaron Fox. And you have to hope that, you know what, his ownership stays low based on what he's been doing in recent performances. People are going to look at the game logs and we can take advantage of that. De'Aaron Fox at 8,000 on any given slate is in play. It doesn't matter who their opponent is. He's in play at $8,000. Now you put him up against arguably the fastest team in the league. No defense. Like Sacramento was I don't even want to say, like, you can't even say they were really into the game, but they were right there. That game was super tight. And then Luke Walton did some Luke Walton type shit.
Nice.
Took everybody off. Brooklyn went on a 20-0 run. The game was 84-83. I was watching the game and I literally texted Brian. I was like, our lineup is shot because he had 2-3 different plays than I did, but our last guys were Harden, Kyrie, Fox. I was like, our lineup is shot now because Luke Walton did some Luke Walton type shit and he took De'Aaron Fox off in the third quarter and it was 84-83 and then Brooklyn went up 104-83. De'Aaron Fox didn't play the fourth quarter. Yes. And that game was over. So that's where if he could like coach his way out of a cardboard box tonight and like not do that again, Sacramento's going to be in this game. I still like Brooklyn -7 though.
I like that. -7. My God, we're just pushing that line up, and up. So what do you use in Canada?
It's okay.
What do you use in Canada for pennies?
We don't have pennies. That's not a thing.
So what do you have? Just loonies and toonies?
No, we have
and what
nickels,
is a loony?
Nickels, dimes, and quarters, like
in
that.
Canada?
Yeah, so 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents. Then we have $1, $2 coins. There's no bills. It's $1, $2 coins, loonies and toonies, and then you have the regular bills: 5, 10, 20.
That's insane.
50, 100.
That's so much change.
It's way too much change.
Yeah, dude, that sounds terrible.
I don't even pay with cash. I don't know how people carry cash around them.
Good point. Honestly.
Like I barely pay with my cards now, especially with Apple Pay. Like you don't even. It's to the point where we don't even need our cards anymore. But anyways,
yeah, love it.
Brooklyn -6.5 over. As long as it's under 250, you take it.
Love it. Drea is here. She wants a little Kawhi and Beal. We'll get to that game.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm the number one Bradley Beal truther. So if you tell me you're playing Bradley Beal,
True.
it's like fire it up. I play Bradley Beal every single day, and I am playing Bradley Beal again tonight. So with Kawhi,
I love it. Aminu is gonna crush. Have a lineup with Trey, Sexton, Allen, and Chetty. It's different.
It's different. No one's playing these guys, right? So when we're talking about these tournaments with 50, 60, 70, 80,000 people, you gotta get different somehow. And if everyone's starting with James Harden and or Kyrie, or they're starting with, you know, Tim Hardaway Jr. and a bunch of other value plays, like Chetty's in that price range where he's kind of in no man's land. And I'm telling you, I was watching the game because I had the PRA that night. It was 22.5, and he ended up hitting like 18 out of 22.5. This guy went 0 for 8 from deep, and there was nobody in the same zip code as this guy, and he went 0 for 8. Like it's not going to happen again. These guys are pro ballers. That doesn't happen 2 games in a row.
Seti, Chetty, Jetty, whichever one, just come out.
Whatever it is,
drop
yeah.
some
Jedi,
shot.
you know, whatever it is.
Jedi, I like that.
Yeah.
Saban Lee, Naismith, Bruce Brown, Giannis, Powell, Luka, Nanji, Harden, DraftKings, GPP.
You got to switch Neesmith for Svi.
Svi, yeah. Little news. Kyle Lowry is out.
Yeah.
Like it. Hey.
What's up? OBJ to Tampa Bay. I would like to see that.
That would be
if Chris Godwin doesn't come back, but he's likely coming back. So
really?
Yeah, Godwin's, yeah. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna restructure some contracts.
Nice. Hi all. Hey. Better single entry. Luka, Kyrie, THJ, Jabari, DeAndre, Dame, Nanji, WCS versus Harden, Kyrie, Joe Harris, Melo, Holmes, Fox, Bullocks, and Maxey.
Definitely like the first one better. Only thing is with Jabari, you need Barnes out. That's the only thing. You absolutely need that.
Talking about currency, Northern Mexico. Currency is crazy.
I prefer it as the North Pole, please.
Don't really get that, but we'll leave that.
He's calling Canada Northern Mexico.
Oh, I thought he was
right
talking
over
about
your head,
actual Northern Mexico. And I was just like, I didn't realize Mexico had 2 different types of currency.
He's calling Canada. He's calling Canada Northern Mexico.
Nice.
So that's when I said I prefer North Pole.
Yes.
It's really cold today too. So
what do you got in Celsius?
I don't know. I actually have to check.
It's
pretty bad.
Drum roll.
It's actually not that bad. It's -8 now.
Oh, that's what, like 20? It's like 20-ish.
Yeah, probably 20.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah, 18 to 20. It's not that bad.
Somewhere around there. That's not terrible. It's like today's actually was warm.
That's
it was
like
43.
that's borderline spring for us. So I'll take it.
-8. Fuck that. All right, let's move on. Another 7:30 game. Wait, I missed Boston Dallas. Whoops, sorry. Let's go to the fun one. Boston Dallas. Yeah. What do we got here as a line? Boston favored by 2 on the road, over under of 224. Again, a lot of these games have nice little totals for us, so we appreciate them. KP ruled out. Marcus Smart still out. Maxi Kleber was ruled out as well. Who the hell is going to play in the front court for these Dallas Mavericks?
So that's where a lot of value is going to be. You're going to have Dwight Powell, Willie Cauley-Stein. I don't know if Boban sees the court.
Come on.
I mean, it would be fun. I don't know if he sees the court. One guy that I'm really, I don't know. I have to check the model after we get off air, but I'm curious to see if James Johnson re-enters the rotation here. And at 3K, he'd be pretty close to a lock for me if the model says to. Really depends what it spits out.
Dude hasn't played in like 3 weeks.
That's the thing. But if we scroll down a little bit and you look when he's getting 22 minutes. That's some fire production.
That is nice.
Yeah, that's 3K. So it's risky. We're gonna have to see. Anyways, check the model. That's exactly the way I'm gonna debate whether I'm playing James Johnson. So whatever it says, you'll know whether I'm playing him or not, and that will be your answer.
How about some of these studs, Luka, Tatum, Brown?
I really want to play Tatum or Jaylen Brown, especially tonight. All-star reserves are being named tonight. Jaylen Brown's gonna want that all-star nom. So I know it's not a revenge narrative. There's no hometown in there, anything like that. Jaylen Brown's been balling this season. He's going to want that all-star nom. So,
and anybody out there, if you own Jaylen Brown Top Shot, make sure that he gets that all-star nom too, because then it's going to go up and you're gonna make a lot of money that you can't actually use the money because you can't take it out of your account because just simple math, the market doesn't work if there's actually no liquidity. But that's a whole nother thing. They're looking for like $250 million in investment right now. So shout out NBA Top Shot. But anyway, Luka, talk to me. I know we went on as over PRA, right?
Yeah, pretty hard not to play Luka on the spot with OKP, right? I mean, and he barely played last night. That's the thing for me. He barely played. That was a very light. That was very light. 33 minutes for Luka. Very light. He barely touched the ball, and he dropped 43 DK, and he barely touched the ball. He had 7, 3, and 1 at half. I'm pretty sure, and he wasn't even running out there. So he's gonna be fired up for this one. And it's a tough defensive matchup though. That's the one thing. He's gonna need to be on his A game for them to win this game. I really do think he brings it tonight, and he could possibly outscore Harden. Harden has the better game environment. Luka's all alone, whereas Kyrie can drop 40. Kyrie will drop 40. But
it's interesting.
I'll give the edge to Harden because I'm all about game environments when I'm comparing stud to stud. But don't sleep on Luka tonight. As crazy as that sounds, a lot of people are. Get your value from that game though. THJ is also 40% owned. I love you, Brian. I can't do it.
Even Brian said he can't do it.
I can't do it. Abandoned ship. I can't do it. 40% owned Tim Hardaway Jr. That's a no from me, dog. No. Can't do it. I'm out.
It's a little too much. He had a great game yesterday where he was like 7 of 11 from 3, which is pretty great.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's not happening against Boston.
Yeah, Memphis is a little different defensively than Boston is. Let's hit up this game. We have the Golden State New York Knicks game. Warriors favored by 3 on the road, over under of 220.5. Steph is questionable. Do we know if he's going to play or not? Is he probable?
Yeah, he should. He's
questionable
be
still.
So. He really is a true questionable here, but they said he should be fine. He was also supposed to be fine against Charlotte, so
oops.
Whoopsie. That is what it is.
Nerlens Noel is questionable.
He should be probable.
No, he's probable. Yeah, he just gets the Q tag. God damn it, DraftKings. Because that would have been interesting. That if both him and Mitch Rob were out, that would have led. I mean, there's a 3K punt right there, which would have been interesting. But anything from this game at all?
I don't mind playing Julius Randle against a very vulnerable front court. So. Again, we're talking about all-stars. If Julius Randle isn't an all-star this season, I'm going to be very, very mad. Very mad. You're going to hear the rant tomorrow. If Julius Randle, Sabonis, or Vooch are not named to the all-star team, we're going to have a problem.
That's
tomorrow.
Well, we already have the starters, right?
Correct.
So then we have 7 more spots, and you think 3 of them are going to go to Sabonis, Vooch, and Julius Randle.
If they don't, we have a serious problem. If somebody tells me Chris Middleton...
Pacers even played? I actually don't remember. When was the last time?
If somebody tells me Chris Middleton is an all-star over any one of those 3, no.
Chris Middleton is 50, 40, 90 right now, though, which is just fucking insane.
Care.
Why not? That's absolutely insane.
I don't care.
Those numbers.
You're going to tell me Julius Randle, Vooch, or Sabonis are not all-stars?
No, but there's 7 spots left.
I'm not saying Middleton's not an all-star. I'm saying if he gets in over one of those 3 guys, we're gonna have a problem.
Interesting.
We're gonna
50, 40, 90.
I don't care.
I care. Curry is in. Drea, let us know. Thanks, Drea. Appreciate you. We're gonna get to that game in a second.
I'll never say no to play Steph Curry. I have a 50 on him for MVP. It's Steph Curry. It's like saying, do I play Luka tonight? You could play Luka with whoever you want. So
God damn, Steph is so good. 10K
you can play
too.
Steph on any single. You can play Steph on any single slate.
Steph is incredible. Before we get to the rest of the games, we want to thank our sponsors. Support for the Win Daily Show is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below the waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels and is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Ghost and myself included. Congrats on the sex, Ghost. Manscaped has redesigned their electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, the Lawnmower 3.0. Their 3rd generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. And that bad boy is premium 90-minute battery. You can use that shit in the shower. You can use this LED light in the shower so you can shower in the dark. Do what you got to do, man. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to have a good time. And let's not forget about the charging stand. Let everyone know you shave your balls. Show your mower off loud and proud. It has an intelligently designed stand that is convenient and charges right through USB. If you're listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself. Trim that junk of yours. Get 20% off and free shipping with promo code WINDAILY at manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with promo code WINDAILY at manscaped.com. One more time. 20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com. Use promo code WINDAILY. Your balls will thank you. And don't forget about the box.
It's such a nice box.
It's a nice box.
What a box. Wow.
Sincerely. What a box. Anyway, let's move back to the sheet, the slate here a little bit. We have
Orlando might make a play-in game. So if Vooch doesn't make the All-Star team, we're gonna have problems tomorrow on the show. We're gonna have serious problems.
That is your line of delineation. They might make it to the playoff. They might make it. They might make it.
You're gonna tell me Orlando has no business being in a play-in game this season. No business being in a play-in game.
Vooch is 100% an All-Star.
If Vooch is not an All-Star, we're gonna have a serious problem on the show tomorrow. We're gonna have a serious problem. You're gonna tell me the Knicks should be in a playoff spot right now without Julius Randle?
Who are you arguing with? Out of curiosity,
the Knicks. Bro, if I see Chris Middleton being an All-Star over one of those three guys, we're gonna have a 30-minute show tomorrow where we're gonna talk about that.
That's fine. I mean,
DFS plays are gonna be like bullet points.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go off about how these guys need to be All-Stars. Knicks are a 7 seed in the East right now. Julius Randle is a lock to be an All-Star. It's not even a debate.
Tom Thibodeau, Coach of the Year.
That's pushing a little bit. It's pushing a little bit.
But I think you to the opening argument to your Vooch should be an All-Star shouldn't be Orlando might make it to the 9th seed. I think there's better things to do.
They have no business winning over 5 games without Vooch. They should not even win 5 games.
Start with the dude is shooting 45% from 3. I think that's a better starting place. That's all.
They should but it's all about what the player contributes to the team.
I agree.
The argument that Bradley Beal should not be a starter. No one's saying he shouldn't be an All-Star. Yeah. The argument that he should not be a starter is that the Wizards suck.
Yeah.
So if we're taking that and we're putting it to Orlando, this team, they're over under. If Vooch was out for the season, their over under for games 1 would be 4.5.
I'd take the over because I don't know what the other word.
I would probably take the under when you have Michael Carter Williams running.
No,
your
you
offense.
Wouldn't. You would not take the under.
Who are they beating?
Bite your goddamn tongue. Bite your tongue. You're not going to take the bet.
Well, no, I wouldn't take the bet. I wouldn't take the bet at all.
Scare me for a
second. I don't bet unders. But
naturally,
who's winning games for this team without Vooch? Who's winning games?
Aaron Gordon was on that team a couple years ago, right?
Ooh!
A couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken. He was there. He was in Uncle Drew, which was hilariously underrated. I thought that movie was incredible, by the way. If you haven't seen it, highly suggest it. Uncle Drew was fantastic. And yeah, Aaron Gordon's in it, which was funny too.
Julius Randle, Domantas Sabonis, and Vooch are All-Stars. If they're
Let's drive the bus,
we're gonna have a serious problem on the show.
We can start. You can drive down from Canada. I think you have to sneak across the border. I don't know how the border this way works.
Probably,
I know we're not allowed to go there.
I don't think it's a
sneak across the border. You can come down to New York City. We'll get the bus. We'll grab Julius Randle. We'll drive to Indiana. We'll pick up Domantas Sabonis, and then we'll drive down to Orlando to get Vooch. And then we'll drive them all to the NBA headquarters, which I assume is somewhere in New York, but I honestly have no idea. How's that sound?
That sounds like a plan. But they're going to be All-Stars, so we won't have to do that.
Exactly.
But if they're not All-Stars, we're going to have a serious problem.
Things are crazy. Wiseman is in. Looney is starting. This is funny. I feel you. Randall should be an All-Star, but this is the funny part. I can't believe I just typed that.
It doesn't matter. You can't deny it. Can't deny it.
Hey man, he's been incredible this year. He has been incredible this year. Brian, do you hate Powell, Willie Cauley-Stein, 2C stack?
I just kind of went on a really long rant about Vooch, Randall, and Sabonis being All-Stars, but I don't mind that. They're minimum price. I don't mind it. I would prefer not to, because if one of them goes off, there's always the risk that one of them plays 35 minutes and the other one plays 15. But the way that this Dallas front court has looked for years now, it's never really, they haven't really had that guy that plays 36 minutes. So,
and it's not Kristaps Porzingis. This is the best Knicks team since Melo, since Linsanity. It's just fun. Remember?
And it's because of Julius Randle.
It is. Sorry, Vooch ain't an all-star ghost. Sabonis, Bede, Giannis, Randle, PJ. Okay, that's funny.
That's funny. I told you take PJ Tucker more fouls than PRA yesterday. It was 2-1.
Damn, you're good, man.
Just saying. He almost hit it. He had 2 rebounds in 25 minutes with 1 foul.
In
40% owned.
All right, let's get back to the slate, because I want to go. I had tacos for lunch. I had leftover tacos, so I still got my Taco Tuesdays in. Hope you're okay with that.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Sixers at Tampa Bay. Sixers favored by 3. Over-under sits at 222. I hammered Sixers minus 3.5 last time. That didn't work. I told a lot of people on Sirius XM to hammer the Sixers minus 3.5, and that didn't work. Do you think they come through this time? We got news Kyle Lowry is out. I assume we kind of knew that going in, though, so that's not that big of a deal. Seth Curry is questionable. Let's see. We got any news on him? Nah, he's probable, so he'll be fine. How you feeling about this one? The Sixers revenge me? I'm probably not going to take them unless Steve tells me to, so I don't know. But how do you feel?
Do I ever bet the Raptors spread?
No.
Ever? Other than
there was
last
like
time
one
against
time.
Minnesota.
Yeah, there was like
and
one
they
time.
won 86-81 when Anthony Edwards absolutely baptized Utah under the rim. That was wow. When they acquire Andre Drummond, they're going to ship Utah out of town just because of that. Just because he's wearing a Raptors jersey in that poster. Wow.
Gross.
That was bad. But I think that was the only time this season that I bet Raps.
I think there was one more time other than that. But either way, I think we won both of them.
That's what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the Sixers. I like the Sixers on this side.
Good. I like
Who's
that
guarding
too.
Joel Embiid?
We thought that last time. Last time.
Yeah, who's guarding?
He did
Joel
great
Embiid?
last time. What was his line? 25, 17, and 2, but only 6 of 20 shooting. So he had a pretty bad shooting night. Still put up 25 points. Baines? Aaron Baines? Did you not hear me? No? Bobby Boucher? How about him?
If that happens, he might foul out in 10 minutes. Like, by the time you whip up your tacos, he might have fouled out. Like, who's guard? Like, it's just lather, rinse, repeat for me. I will continue attacking the Raps in the paint. I watch every game. They're switching Van Vliet onto Joel Embiid.
That's so bad. How have they not figured out the Andre Drummond trade yet? It's been like a week. What are you doing? Ship over a first-round pick. That's all they want. Who cares? I don't get it.
I don't even think they want that. I think they want like a young roster player, and a second-round pick. Like, I'm pretty sure if you trade Terrence Davis and a second-round pick, it'll do it. Like, Andre Drummond was traded for Brandon Knight and like whoever else.
Whoa! Remember when Brandon Knight had that like half a season? That was really cool.
You remember when Brandon Knight was still in the league?
Do you remember when Brandon Knight said that the Bucks were going to beat the Heat in 6?
That was funny.
And then everyone was like, "Well, what did you want him to say? Like that they were going to like get swept?" And then they got absolutely demolished. But like that was pretty funny.
That was good humor. That was good.
It was pretty funny.
Price is a little high. I don't really like the pace. I don't really like the pace in this one. No one's going to be able to guard him. I rather just take the Sixers. It's still minus 2.5. Even with Lowry out?
I see it at -3. Juice is actually on the plus side too. Juice is on the Raptors, so
really
might go to 2.5. I think a lot of people saw the game only a couple days ago, Sunday night.
If it goes 2.5, I would take Sixers minus 2.5.
I like that. You could probably just take the minus 2.5 because the Juice is already on +3, so you'd get it at like -115, -120. So that's not even that bad. But whatever. Anything else from this game?
Not really. It's tough. A lot of these guys are priced up. The Storm and Norman. Pascal loves to attack the inside. Well, good luck with Joel Embiid there. So if they win this game, it's because Fred VanVleet is knocking down some threes.
Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam without Kyle Lowry this year have been bonkers.
Pascal on the inside, though.
Oh, that's true. He's going up against Joel Embiid. Probably not going to work that well.
Like, I love playing Pascal against the T-Wolves when Lowry's out. That's fun.
That is fun.
I love taking his PRA. That's really fun. But against Embiid, no thanks.
So you bring up the T-Wolves. Brian puts in here, I'm crazy for thinking tonight is Towns' slate breaker night. Let's talk about it.
I'm still waiting for it, man. I'm still waiting for
Minnesota, Milwaukee. Milwaukee's favored by 10 at home, but the over-under is a very nice 232. You like to see that. Giannis at 11. Karl Anthony Towns is creeping up there at 96. He's done pretty well. 61 points last time out. 27 and 15. 4 assists. 3 blocks. A steal. Goddamn, 5 fouls, but whatever. How are you feeling about, I don't know, little Karl Anthony Towns? No one's playing Giannis up against literally nobody. This game's got some interesting juice to it.
I like it. I really do like it. It's an interesting 1-2 punch. The only thing is that the center position tends to be one of my go-to spots for value with Dwight Powell or Willie Cauley-Stein. So you're likely going double center in the lineup like that, which means you're missing out on one of the key guards in that broken game. So as long as your lineup makes sense, it's okay. Just make sure that when I say that it makes sense, like exactly like what I was saying, if you're playing Harden and Kyrie, you need Fox. So you have to be able to. I'm not playing Aminu.
Okay.
I'm not playing a guy that plays 15 minutes and hopes that he gets 6 steals like he did last game. Like that's nice. The steals and blocks are arguably I don't want to say the flukiest stats in DFS, but they're pretty close to it.
Steals, I would say. Blocks make a little bit more sense. Steals, like a lot of shit.
Blocks. You know who the good paint defenders are, and even then, you could be a really good defender in the paint and not get a ton of blocks. So, for me, it's just I don't chase guys on FanDuel that are minimum price like Aminu to hope that they get 6 steals because they don't do anything offensively. Towns, Giannis. No one's playing these guys. It's very, very interesting, especially Giannis. But if you want Giannis to go nuts, you need Minnesota to stay in the game. Nobody else is doing that besides Karl Anthony Towns. It's very interesting.
And it's large the new
tournament. Large field tournament. Run it.
First game for the Raptors assistant coach that got hired mid-season for the Timberwolves. Pretty awkward.
Towns, Giannis. I don't mind it.
All right. Sweet.
In large field. Field. It's got to be large field.
Moving on. Portland, Denver. Denver favored by 6, over under of 232. What do you like for this game? I mean, we got Joker, we got Dame. Jamal Murray's birthday? Happy birthday, Jamal. I didn't see any gifts today.
Kitchener, Ontario's finest.
Where is he from?
Kitchener, Ontario.
Kitchener, Ontario. Well, happy birthday, Kitchener, Ontario. Does Jamal Murray have a day yet? Like Jamal Murray Day? I guess it would be today, technically.
I don't know. It's actually not that far from my place. It's like a couple hours. So it's not. It's on the way to Toronto. So it's not that far. But
how fucking far do you live from everything in Canada?
It's actually closer for me to get to New York than it is to Toronto. It's probably the same thing. It's probably the same thing, honestly. No, I swear to God.
I assume you mean New York State then, right? Well, you're in Montreal.
Like where Rocker is. Wherever Rocker is.
Staten Island? Long Island? Whatever fucking island he's on?
Wherever they are.
Wherever the hell are you? We need to have a geography lesson one day.
I'm in Montreal. I suck at geography. I'm terrible at geography.
Where is... Montreal's by Vermont, right?
Yeah.
So you would just go straight down.
Yes.
That's still going to be like 9 hours to fucking New York
City. New York?
Yeah.
No,
to
it's
New York
5
City.
and a half. Oh, the city, I don't know.
Because that's where Rocker lives.
I put it. Rocker gave me the address where he is, and he told me it's like 5.5 hours or something. 5.5, 6 hours.
All right. Well, somebody is either
which
lying
is the same thing to Toronto. Depends.
If
there's no cops on the way to Toronto, you could do it in 6 hours. You could probably do it in like 4.
That's about right.
Because the highway's massive, and you could absolutely gun it there. So
gun it. Well, happy birthday, Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, Kitchener, Ontario's finest. Guy's been balling out. I didn't think he would repeat it last game. I really did think it was a Joker game, and I don't know. He's just on one of these runs where he's feeling it, and this is bubble Jamal Murray. Mm-hmm. It's scary to fade that.
See, my bet's looking good.
I'm in Donovan Mitchell.
We're starting to figure it out, baby. Let's go. I'm in.
The price is really high. At that point, you're strictly playing a guy because of the streak that he's on. But if you want to give a little bit of analytical background to why you're playing him, they're still missing a ton of guys. Portland's going to stay in this game. It's a fairly tight spread. They're still missing. Yes, most of their injuries are in the front court, but JaMychal Green is out. Old man Millsap is out. Gary Harris is out. PJ Dozier's out. Nnaji is going to get 30 minutes, but realistically, how many shots is he going to take? He's a good value play because he's 3,000. But when we're talking about somebody that can, hinder Jamal Murray hitting his ceiling, it's not going to be Nnaji. Like, it would be Joker. It would be MPJ's questionable on top of that. Like, who's shooting the ball and keeping up with Dame shooting the ball 35 times? It's got to be Jamal Murray. It's got to be Joker. So
remember that guy from the last dance?
Jamal Murray takes these matchups like personally. Like, you saw what he was doing against Donovan Mitchell. Like when the guy he's facing right in front of him starts to go off, he wants to do the exact same thing, and he takes over the game. So Jamal Murray, Kitchener, Ontario's finest, and they don't party hard out there over there. So he's not hungover for his birthday. It's not a party
calling
city.
out.
Yeah, it's not a party city.
What is it?
So
just this regular city?
Yeah,
sounds boring.
It's okay. You got to go to Toronto. Toronto's not that far from Kitchener. So Jamal Murray.
Happy birthday, Jamal Murray.
Bubble Murray. And if you're running that, I'm not opposed to running Dame. Make sure you go and check out Adam's article for the breakdown on Dame. We've both been writing it up pretty much every single slate that he's on. This guy's a lock to shoot the ball 30 times.
It's incredible.
Things you'll love to see.
Other things you'll love to see. This Washington Clippers game. Clippers favored by 11.5. A nice total of 236. Let me just apologize to the Wizards, I think, because I thought they were going to get smashed. And Bradley Beal did his thing. Russell Westbrook also turned back the clock a little bit. I think he shot 1 3. Nice. You're like, what is he going to have? A 30-point triple-double? I don't see that happening. And he has a 30, 30, 15, and 9. Sure it
wasn't 30. He needed, I'll try and 32, 14, and 9. So no triple-double.
Not quite a triple-double, but goddamn.
No triple-double.
No, but he turned back the clock. It would have been sweet if he had that. If you said, what do you think he's going to have? A 30-point triple-double, and then he actually had one.
You know what he said the reason was? He was like, oh, my back feels a little bit better. Like, he sounds like an old man.
I think he's still hurt from the bubble last year, honestly.
You think? That's such a long time ago, really?
I mean, I don't know, dude. He's like 100 at this point. And the way he moves, it's not like it's like a easy go. It's not like a James Harden loafing around or anything, or Lionel Messi just kind of like just kind of hanging out. It's like, no, this dude is freaking gunning it every time.
Bradley Beal's PRA was 39.5, and we absolutely points. Yoshi hammered the thing. That was the easiest lock I've ever seen.
It was. I woke up to that this morning.
Was free money.
I didn't even look at. I just looked at his points. I saw 33. I didn't even look at the rest of the box score. I was just like, well, he hit 40. Like, that was easy. Not much needed to do there.
Oh, that was fun.
So I think he hit almost 50 PRA. What did he have? Not 50.
Yeah, he hit 46.
Yeah, so cleared that by a nice number. So that was cool. Yeah. What about this game though? I mean, so it looks like it's an interesting one.
Interesting.
Maybe
so Washington. I gotta check.
Maybe a little Bradley Beal.
What? Always Bradley Beal. They've knocked off.
How did his price come down?
I wanted to get the order right. The Lakers, the Blazers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Celtics. And this is what I told you yesterday. I said the Wizards are on a streak. Can they do it against the Clippers? Both PG and Kawhi back? No. Russ playing? I could tell Russ is already feeling better because he's playing on a back-to-back.
Yes. When Mitchell and I did the preview show, I assumed he was going to be out because he's been out of all these back-to-backs. And he's like, I don't know, man. He might. He's playing.
I like this spot. And you know what's nice is that if we pull the prices back up.
I'd love to.
There's not a single guy above $10,000.
Yep.
So you're not overdoing it. I'm not saying you have to go all four. But PG's pissed about his minutes limit. He's pissed. He's really, really mad. Mathematically, it's possible. That Brian would love that build. Brian would love this build. If you take the Brooklyn game off the slate, Brian would love this build.
Something.
Slide in Dwight Powell at center.
Keep going.
Then power forward, you go Nnaji. Let's slide it in. And then we'll let people finish out the last two spots. So center, we're gonna go Dwight Powell.
Where the fuck is Dwight Powell?
At center.
Thank you. You said he's at 3K?
All the way down. Minimum price, Dwight Powell.
Where are you, Mr. Powell? There you go.
And then power forward, we're going to go to Nnaji.
Nnaji. Two more 3K punts.
It works. Willie Cauley-Stein's 3,100.
Oh.
So
No, I don't think you could do that, could you? Oh, yeah, you could. Then you just got 3K left.
Yeah, 3K left. It's nice and Dwight. But that's a nice game to stack. That's a nice game to stack. I'm not playing anybody else. It's exactly that game.
Yep.
Bradley Beal, Russ, Kawhi, Paul George. Always Bradley Beal. If the sun rises and you're breathing, Bradley Beal.
Love it. Here's a good one from Brian. Ice Tray. Fournier, Buddy, Chetty Chetty, Jetty, Allen, Morris Sr., Pat Bev, Mello, or Ice Tray Sexton, Bembry, Nnaji, Towns, Murray, Jones, Jr., Lee.
I like the first one better.
There you go. And then Brian also is probably going to have a nice little Duke lineup in there because Duke is back, baby. Duke is back. Let's go. Duke basketball is back. And it took a whole month and a half to get there.
Oh, man.
Sweet. But this was fun, as always. I'm going to go cook some dinner. Ghostman, where can everyone find you on the internet?
At DFS_Ghost over on Twitter. And, of course, with the Win Daily team, windailysports.com/chat. 7 free days. Make sure you guys come and join. You see a lot of knowledge, a lot of content, a lot of gifts, and a lot of me ranting about if Randall, Sabonis, or Vooch don't make the All-Star game.
That's going to be a fun. Maybe we should just have a rant video. We'll just have Ghost on the screen by himself for 30 minutes.
We're going to have a problem.
Who? That's the whole video. It's just going to be, you're going to have a person's name and just scream, who?
We're going to pull up every single player that's named a reserve, and I'm going to tell you why Vooch, Sabonis, or Randall should have gotten in.
Love it.
But hopefully we won't have to do that. We won't have to do that because all three of them are going to be there.
I think Randall will definitely get in because in New York, the fan, the voting there, I think that'll be too easy. So you can find me at Michael Raziel 1.
They better not mess this up.
You can find me at Michael Raziel 1. You can find us at Win Daily Sports, windailysports.com/chat. 7 free days in that expert Discord chat. Please, before you leave, smash the hell out of that like button. And thanks again to Manscaped. Promo code WINDAILY, 20% off and free shipping for Ghostman for all you incredible people in the chat. We love you all. Hope you make it a very profitable Taco Tuesday. Yeah.